I like this. Okay. Finally found the only way I can tolerate having Hannah around. There we go.
Should have zipped it.
Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome back to How Farms Work. Today we are in the shed and we are going to be doing our seeding with the Kuhn Pro System 9400 NT no-till seed drill. So the other day we went through and calibrated the seed drill for the mix that we're putting down today. We haven't done the calibration for the alfalfa yet. The alfalfa is not even in there. So depending on how far we get today, how much we do, I'm putting a mix of alfalfa out on my 11 acres. So Dad and I just went through and we set the depth for how deep it's going to be seeding, which are with these wheels these gauges right here. And we set it for the 4th hole up. We're not totally sure if we're going to need to go up more, or if this is good where it's at. We need to get it out there and actually run it and do a pass to actually see where we stand there. But we dropped it down and the drill looks nice and level. We put these stops in back here, and what these stops are supposed to do are really to adjust the back end for the seed firmers back here and how much pressure is on this end of the drill. And then the same thing on the front. There's 2 stops, one on each, that we put on the front, and that adjusts the pressure on your no-till coulters. So now with this all set up, we should be pretty well ready to go. We also have these springs up here, which are your pressure. So let's say for the rows that are right behind the tractor wheels, if you're noticing that it's not getting quite as deep and you want to put a little bit more pressure on them, all you got to do is adjust these springs back here, and it's like a clicky pen. You pull down and you twist it and they lock into place. And Dad and I didn't have really much trouble at all setting up the gauges for seed depth. This is all still new, fresh paint. So we whipped out the Handyman Secret Weapon WD-40 and locked those all into place. So we should be good to go. Since we're using the 7600, we're not going to be using the auto steer or the GPS and the 4640 on the monitor. As long as we know what we need to hit and where, we should be fine. We've got the ISO monitor up here in the cab. I'm not going to be doing too much looking at this, but it's pretty much just serves to let me know if the seed gets low and make sure that the shaft's turning and everything's fine. And as it stands, everything should be set up and we should be ready to start seeding. Thanks. There we go. So we're doing our first pass right now. We just did the first 50 feet and we moved those depth adjusters for the seed because it was originally putting it too deep and then it was putting it too shallow. We moved it up too far. So now we are in the 3rd slot from the back and we're doing the outside pass. We think we might have gotten it all sorted out. So I just put the seed down. We adjusted the marker arms because they weren't leaving a mark, but this is a new seed drill, so it hasn't been set up for use yet. I could see it running in, spilling over, so it should be running at the right rate and everything. Letting Travis take over so I can get some drone footage of him seeding down the waterways. Seems to run pretty good. He needs a bungee strap around the stuff in the back. keep it all together. I think that it looks pretty good. I don't think we'll have to worry about it. Basically, the seed is right below the soil. It is right there. We're not trying to go crazy deep because most of this, actually all this is just, a large percentage of this is ryegrass. So it's right along the surface there. And it seems to be doing a pretty good job at maintaining a consistent depth. Whereas with our old seed drill, pretty much all it was just an uneducated guess as to what we were putting out there, and it seemed like that drill just kind of throws it out. So hopefully we should see a pretty consistent stand come out off of this. So once he's done doing this waterway on this farm, there's a small strip over by the road that needs to be done. My 11-acre field needs to be done, but we need to throw alfalfa into that mix, and we need to cut the rate back to 15 pounds of the mix that we're putting down now and 15 pounds of alfalfa. The last little bit that we're going to be seeding today is this bottom strip down here by the highway, and we're going to be putting that to grass. Travis just finished seeding the waterways across the road and all the ones back here and behind the buildings here at Rockville. And this really shouldn't be that much to do. Dad took the 40-20 out, and he's going to harrow my 11-acre field as well as another smaller field that we have that we call the 40, because it's a 40-acre square piece, but there's really only a little sliver of it that's actually field ground. Since I've got the room to turn around on this one, I'm only going to do 2 rounds around the outside, and then I'm just going to go straight back and forth. You want to go against the water flow, so all the little ridges you create, if we get any rain, will help slow that water flow and hopefully won't make any ditches. So we're going to go ahead and drop her down. And away we go. Last 2 passes on this strip. Okay, 3 passes. There we go. We finished the strip. So that's all we're going to do for today. Let's go back and see how we did. Well, we used quite a bit of seed today. Now we're standing out by the first field by the buildings here that I had seeded down, and it looks pretty good, I would say, from ground level, but this is where we separate the men from the boys. We're gonna fly the drone up and see what it looks like from above. What I really like on this seed drill are the closing wheels. I think that really helps with consistency rather than with our old drill where you just kind of, the dirt spread and it laid where it laid. What do you say we send this up? Yeet! So we're looking at the first field we did, and it looks fairly straight. I'll have some humility. I didn't do the best job, but what I've discovered is that this drill has a fairly long wheelbase, so it takes a lot of space to turn around. So pretty much all I did at first was do like a ton of laps around the outside of the field. Since this one is pretty much closed in on all 4 sides, so there wasn't a lot of room, so I had to make the room. And once I got past the outside, once I was able to go straight back and forth, I think I did a better job. Doesn't really look like I missed any spots. Travis seeded down the waterway that we had the bulldozer come and bulldoze, because last year with all the rain that we had gotten, we had some major ditches in there. We wouldn't have been able to fill them with the disc or the chisel plow. And looks like he did a pretty good job. He didn't really use the row marker because he didn't really need to. You don't have to use it. I like putting it out there just to use it for assistance when you need it, just in case. It helps you keep your lines straight. Looks like Dad just got back with the 4020 from harrowing. Now let's go over and have a look at that small field that I just seeded down by the road. Now, I utilized the strip next to it, just turn around. I wouldn't say that looks so bad. Kind of surprised. Looks pretty good, I'd say. It's amazing what you can accomplish even without all the fancy technology in today's world. Time to bring it back down. So that pretty much wraps up this video. We are going to be seeding again tomorrow, but we got to do some more calibrations to the seed drill before we can go out and do that 11 acres of mine. And yeah, Dad's going to continue harrowing tomorrow, and Travis might go chisel plow. So everybody's staying busy. With that, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out all of our other videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. All How Farms Work. And with that, I'll see you next time.